Good good afternoon, everyone. We're just waiting for another 5 minutes, and we will start our this workshop. Good, good afternoon, everyone. This is thank you for coming and attending this workshop, this event. Sa-Dhan, we always like to expand the knowledges of our members and the microfinance sector per se on different things. One of the things we were struggling with government, that unique identifier, and we were not getting it because Aadhaar was not. It has been prohibited to be using Aadhaar as a unique identifier. Then we were using your this voter card, then other kind of KYC. But at the end of the day, what has happened that what I was we were discussing with Credit Information Bureau, the accuracy of the unique accuracy of the client identification um, was down from around 95% to 84%. So for us, it was a bit trouble. For the retail level microfinance institutions, it was like a major problem for them. So then we were doing a lot of this advocacy. One of this is the eKYC, should be approved by Reserve Bank of India and UDAI. We were doing the other advocacy through NPCI for this eKYC if they can develop something. They also developed this eKYC Setu. So these are two, three things which we have done over the period of time, and it has really taken shape. Uh, couple of institutions, couple of microfinance institutions got the license to use e-Aadhaar, this eKYC. So this is the specific event where we'll be discussing on the experiences, the strategies, the experiences of eKYC. Why did we want it? how are we going to use it, and what would be the implication of it. At the end of the day, we'll try to understand that what's the larger implication and how we can take it forward for the next level. So we do have Mr. Linson Paul from Muthoot. He is both Mr. Sadaf and Linson has been very kind to us to to tell us about their journey of this eKYC. So over to you, Linson. And we have another representative from Digambar. They may possibly they will come a bit later, and they will also share their experience of eKYC. So this is a journey we want to understand, that why did we apply for, how did we apply for, what are the challenges, how are we taking it forward, what are the challenges, everything. So over to you, Linson.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Saibal. Thank you very much. Good evening, all. Good afternoon, all. It's actually I'm Linson Paul from Muthoot Microfin. Good evening, all. Yeah, I'm starting my presentation. I hope Saibal, can you please make me also an host?
Yes. So I think it is done, Linson.
Yeah, just a minute. Just a minute, I'm doing.
Yeah.
Um, I think there is some problem. Can you please check that
Sangeeta, if you can look at the thing.
multiple part?
Are you not getting to?
1 minute. I am not able to. I will just log out and log in again. 1 minute.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Sangeeta, can we start?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have started. So, Mr. Momin is there.
I hope everybody can see the screen.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I hope it's actually today's discussion will be on the UAKUS service of the KYC, as Saibal already explained about. Okay. Yeah, it's the agenda will be like, no, it's actually the importance and benefits of for financial security. And next one will be the step-by-step AUA KUA process walkthrough. Recently, we got license on this. And how eKYC aligns with RBI and government norms. And addressing your queries and innovations and what next. This is the agenda. I'm moving to the next slide. And regarding the financial security and business impact, we already discussed how eKYC can reduce the fraud and operational risk, how we can prevent the identity theft and money laundering and fraud. And also it strengthens the risk management and AML compliance. I hope you all very much aware about this. And the next one will be the ROI, return on investment, and the cost savings in digital onboarding. I hope most you all people may be adopting various solutions. It's actually there will be API calls will be there, like verification will be there, authentication will be there, biometric based, OTP based, video KYC. Likewise, various options are available. how we can reduce the manual verification costs and how faster customer acquisition and improved turnaround time can be achieved. And regarding the compliance as a business enabler, it should not be a burden. So that is what the motto here. And streamlining the processes while meeting RBI and global regulations, enhancing the brand trust and financial inclusion. I hope it's the eKYC is mainly for this financial security, and it is already impacting our business directly. So it should be on a it's the UIDA is very much strict about their various services nowadays providing. It's actually most of the people are facing a lot of issues related to that. So it need to be on authentication should be done on a various agencies will be providing the correct services that only you have to follow. It's one of the case study here. It's actually we have from Muthoot Microfin. We recently got uh, license on this AUA and KUA process. This is actually there will be various agencies involved in this process. I will explain you one by one what how we need to apply, and then what is the use case we need to review, and then what is architectural flow, data flow, and also the risk management related to this thing, and how the app will be on a secure mode, and whatever data security we have applied here. So these are the minimum required things need to be complied with to achieve this kind of a license. That is what the main discussion here. Okay. I'm going to the next slide. This is what the application we need to submit to get a license for authentication agency. Like, no, I hope you all people are very much aware about AUA and KUA agency uh, license. This is what the minimum required license to directly authenticate an Aadhaar-based service in our environment. This is what the minimum requirement. Okay, so we can apply for AUA itself, or either we can apply for both AUA and KUA. Here you can see the application form. There you need to be, the company should be in India and in a regulated mode. And also various details they have asked. It's like, how many no number of authentication need to be there, web page or company details, everything is there. I hope this can be done by everyone. This is not that much complicated. It is very easy to fill and apply to. This is the primary activity we need to do to submit to get an license from UADA. This is the first process. And here you can see there is a point. This infrastructure details need to be defined based on this authentication requirement. So we do need to explain that what are the uses of these authentication services, for what purpose you are using, and what is the geographic location, and how many number of services you need. It is on biometric mode, or it is a handheld device you are using, a pan-India or localized or a state-based. Various options are available that need to be filled in particular columns, respective columns there mentioned already there. This is what the basic minimum requirement. And also the AUA, KUA, and ASA. You can see one ASA name is also mentioned there. I will explain what is there on the later slides. Okay, the authentication, and then we need to properly sign it and submit to them. And this is the use case. Now, this is on our basis. We have already created a use case. This need to be, mentioned in the previous application form we have mentioned here. This is for existing whatever user database you are using, that need to be revalidated and getting it. The beneficiary number can be 1 lakh, 50,000, or 10,000, or even 2 lakhs. That depends on the requirement. You can fill it, and on the application you can attach. Whatever adding new users, customer onboarding, how many users you are expecting to onboard, and confirming the user presence. Okay, whether they are live or not. financial transaction related matters, user access control, or whatever, for whatever purpose you are, you require this particular service or you are using this particular service. This is what the scope. And this, after submitting this application, we have to sign an agreement with an authentication service agency. This authentication service agency will be providing the service that is actually, this authentication service agency is authorized the user to connect AUA, authorized users agency, to NSDL, this UADA site. This is what the mechanism. I will explain the next slide within the architecture form itself. Okay. So signing up with, it's actually, again, we need to, there now, the entity, that we are the entity, and then we will be signing an agreement with an ASA. ASA means it's like NSDL or CDSL, that kind of a, the people who have already acquired a license on ASA, they can provide this authorized service agency. They will be providing a service, but they will be charging an amount for each and every transaction. That is also applicable there. And a letter of association from ASA to UADA need to be submitted. That is the process. We need to engage with a company similar to NSDL or CDSL. And this entity will be onboarded in pre-production environment after submission of pre-production license fee of rupees 5 lakhs. Applicable tax and plus applicable taxes, which is valid for 3 months from the date of issue of pre-production license fee. This is the first step. But then first step, initially we will be submitting an application, and there whatever scope we have, that we will be listing out how many users need to be applied for, so and so, that need to be filled everything, and then we need to be, and then we need to sign an agreement with an authorized authentication service agency like NSDL or CDSL. And then we need to sign an agreement with them. And with that agreement, we need to submit 5 lakhs amount to the UADA. And then they will go through our application, and they will be accepting everything. And they will release a pre-production key to us to set up the environment. And on approval of the application, we need to give a bank guarantee also. That need to be validity for 10 years. We need to submit a 25 lakhs. That is the amount need to be like a bank guarantee we need to provide. And then automatically the ASA, KSA will be charging. That is on production only. They will be charging. The ASA or KSA will charge a minimum transaction based amount they will be charging. And you will get a picture after 1 or 2 slides. It's actually minimum. Initially, you may be having some confusions. We will discuss in later also. This entity, no, it's actually the entity mentioned. It's actually whoever the applicant. The applicant company like an MFI will be moved to production after compliance of the following items only. Initially, whatever modality we will be applying, that OTP based or biometric based or iris based, whichever mode you are applying, that need to be verified and validated by the UADA authority. That is a transaction validation to be approved by the UADA authorization support service agency. That is actually they will be having various offices in India, Bangalore, Delhi, and all. It's actually mainly this Bangalore office will be validating almost all these requirements. And then this we need to apply a certain empaneled auditor also, and they will verify whatever the requirement we have already provisioned there. They will be that audit report need to be submitted, and then physical verification of the data center also will be doing by this particular this UADA authority. Okay, and in between we have to do one more thing. It's actually whatever the company or the entity is having an application of their own. Even though we have to have a company who is having a platform, they have already verified with the ASA. that we need to engage with one more company for, or if you can develop that one, that is also fine, but it will be a little bit complicated. That is why we also associate with another company to create that platform. So there will be a fee structure applicable to this particular agency also. This AUA KUA platform need to be used by this particular applicant. That means the entity, the MFI need to depend on that particular platform also. So this platform will talk to ASA, and then the ASA, through that ASA, the data will be transacted to UADA. This is what the total flow. And the platform must be deployed on the organization's own data center or a private cloud. It is compulsory. And the public cloud deployment is strictly prohibited. And all costs related to DC or DR setup, maintenance, and associated services will be applicable to this particular entity. And I will give you a clear clarity here, because if you see this architecture flow, you will get an idea about this. It's actually the app will be the left side app I have mentioned is the local entity, whoever using that require that AUA KUA license, who is having an application that will be uh, uh, integrated with this AUA KUA service provider. No, that platform developer is there. He is providing an application, and through that application, this data will be validated through a high secure module using for signing and decryption. And then this will be going through all these security mechanisms, and then it will be travel to this NSDL or KSA. That is what NSDL or KSA have mentioned there. And then it will be going to UADA and return back to this our application. This is what the traffic going on. And for setting up all these things, that is what I have mentioned from my first slide. Okay. I hope you all people have clarity about this thing. It's actually initially what we have to do. We have to submit an application. I will go back once again. This will be the application, and then we need to submit whatever the requirement we have, and then we need to sign with an ASA, that is what NSDL or CDSL, and then we need to pay the money, and bank guarantee is required, and then we have to go to the AUA platform provider, and then we have to host it on a data center. These are the minimum requirement to start with this activity. And once we are getting the pre-production license, then all the logs, everything you need to be sent to them one by one. Each and every transaction they will be validating by verifying the logs we be provided to them. By this is happening once we are getting the pre-production license. Okay. So first we will be getting the pre-production license, and then only the production license we will be getting from the other agency. Okay, this is the replication mechanism. This is also the minimum requirement to get a sanction for the license. Okay, and this is the next step. Once we are getting, I hope it's actually, I will go back once again for better clarity. And here I will explain you, this is application. I hope you are all very clear about this thing. And the next one will be the use case, whatever the requirement you have to note it down and fill it in the respective column. And then go to, yeah, please. Hello. Okay. Yeah. This is the ASA and KSA, ASA or KSA that we will the authentication service agency, that can be NSDL or CDSL. You are very much about protein technologies. That is what NSDL is now known as. And this application submitted to through the signing, we need to sign an agreement with them. Required stamp paper is there, and we need to both parties need to be signed and they came into an agreement with certain norms and conditions. It is a prerequisite, and this is a very clear format is available, and it will be provided by this particular agency. So we need to sign up with them and submit the 5 lakh amount and 25 lakh bank guarantee, and this respective transaction fee will be charged by this particular ASA. These are the costs included, and after getting all these things, they will be giving a pre-production license by validating the minimum required transactions what we have already done through a DCDR setup, and then a AUA KUA platform provider need to be there, and through that only we can execute this activity. So this is the architecture flow. I hope you all very clear about this thing. And I am just going to the next slide. This is a replication mechanism. I have already told you.
Vincent, can I ask you one question?
Yeah, please.
This fees of 5 lakhs you said,
Yeah,
is it
correct.
linked to the business size or something of that sort, or
It
it's
is not
uniform
related to that, but the
standard?
last production fee is related to the tier one, tier two kind of a thing. It's actually that it depends on the volume of transaction.
Okay.
Here it
5
is.
lakh is for everyone. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, this is applicable to everyone. Yeah.
Hi, listen, this is Milind here, okay, from Saman Financials.
Okay.
I have two questions. One is that you said that there has to be an audit conducted by the RBI empanel vendor, okay? What
Eh,
sort of audit are they conduct? Means
yeah,
IS
this,
audit or what audit they conduct?
oh yeah, they will do this one. It's actually they will go through each and every transactions happening in our data center. It's actually these
So they do the
infrastructure
data center audit,
data center audit,
where they
and
check the
also
DC and DR in sync and
along
every
with that, it's actually all whatever policies, whatever security mechanism you are following, how the application will be running. It's like an IS audit you will be happening in your
similar like IS audit.
organization.
Okay.
No, similar kind of a thing will be happening from the application happening. No, it's actually the onboarding, customer onboarding, from customer onboarding till
Hmm.
authentication, how it is
Okay.
happening, wherever it is going. No, every nook and corner they will they need to verify and give a report.
Okay. And one more question. See, I think you said that you have implemented this solution on your environment. So when
Uh,
you have
no,
applied,
no,
actually,
we have implemented it in a private cloud.
as a private club, but when you have implemented this,
It is implemented. We took minimum 1.5 years to 2 years to get this license.
yeah, because now see, we recently we have completed our IS audit and we tried to
Mm.
register with the UIDI, okay,
Mm.
with NSDL as an ASA. But
Okay.
they said that currently they have means kept the new registration on hold. That's why I asked this question when you have conducted.
Okay, but people are getting it, but it may take time. It's actually that validation is
Yeah, because
very.
new registration has been kept on hold. Only the earlier who has applied that are still in process.
Yeah, yeah. Initial lot of
Yeah.
applications are pending, and also a lot of
Because just 6 months back only, I was just coordinating with this, and I also got audited or IS audit conducted my embedded vendor or my data center, my entire software solution, and
Mhm.
DRDC both.
Yeah,
But
we
when we
do.
submitted, they said currently it is on hold. We are not processing any new registration.
Okay, yeah, we submitted it 2 years back. It is as we started
Yeah,
this
yeah,
in
yeah. That I think it was open, but
yeah,
now it,
yeah,
yeah.
23 we
And and one more question. Sorry.
yeah.
That is. See, while processing these, they charge us per transaction also when we move on to production.
It's actually here. You can see. I will explain you. The ASA and KSA, that is NSDL, they will charge a
Okay.
fee, and also the AUA KUA platform provider is there. No,
Uh-huh.
that they will also charge one
Okay.
amount.
Okay.
Okay, and then UADA will also charge that, like 50 paise, 25 paise, or 1 rupee. It depends on the no, the negotiation you will be
Hmm.
doing and the volume
And
of
when
transaction.
pulling the Aadhaar information, they doesn't share the Aadhaar number. They share the reference number, which is where we have to maintain the vault.
That we can maintain the
Okay,
vault.
fine. Thanks, thanks.
Yeah, that can we can do the re-reference also. It's actually that vault also, can be provisioned in your data center, and that security need to be ensured.
Okay,
That's all.
thanks for.
That is that through the empaneled auditor, no, that certain empaneled auditor need to satisfy that it's actually this is already on a secure mode. And
Okay.
also
Thanks.
high secure module that HSM and encryptions, everything is required. in place. That is
Mm.
also compulsory, and
Yes,
also
yes.
all these related policies need to be passed, and then a board resolution need to be passed in
Yeah,
between.
pass, and that needs to be submitted. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
we submitted that as well, but in the response we get that currently it is on hold. That's why.
Okay, okay, okay. But I hope later on they
Yeah,
may.
later on they may be processing, but currently and they said that any new registration we are keeping on hold. Only the previous, which has been 2 or 3 years back, they are processing that because these are just 6 months back only we have tried this.
Okay, good, good, good.
Okay, thanks,
Thank you.
Jason. Thanks for your information. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
welcome.
please continue. Please continue.
Okay,
Sir, this is Shyam Patro from Save Solutions.
okay.
So, how much time it took post audit from the
The audit.
UIDA?
Yeah, that is what the audit, they need to satisfy with our audit reports, because no, whatever no non-compliance will be there, that need to be reported first, and then we need to discuss with them continuously, and that will take minimum 4 to 5 sessions. They will take to complete it. It's actually that maybe the sessions may complete in between 1 month time. That may be the minimum required time for one session. That means minimum 5 to 6 months it may take to complete no the audit satisfactory report. The audit or UIDA need to give no that will take more time,
So,
because
I
each and every point they will verify, and
yeah.
they need to give a non-compliance. So, yeah, means compliance, non-compliance, that comparison need to be done, and then it need to be validated.
So I do remember there was almost checklist of some almost 130 or 140
Correct,
pointers
correct.
overall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So any specific do's and don'ts, or what are the things which are actually were taken more seriously, or where was whether it was related to the cyber security or some means I just want to know why it takes so much time at the this level.
It's not because of that reason, because it's actually the organization support team from
Mhm.
UADA will take time to validate each and every point, and they will come back with their views and their corrections. Whatever required, no, they will request you through mail itself, and then we have to correct it and resubmit the reports. Okay, and with the artifacts. That
Mhm.
100% artifacts need to be submitted to them. It can be in video form, it can be in Excel form, it can be in document form, and it can be shared with the images or whatever it may be required, that need to be submitted properly. Then only you will get the one by one passing over all those things, and then at last you need to submit a presentation also,
Mhm.
how the architecture will be, what all components you have already implemented, what are the policies you have already applied there, and these much kind of things, no, or the architecture diagram what I have already presented here, that also need to be submitted, and DCDR replication need to be submitted, the HSM details need to be submitted, encryption mechanism, and the policy documents, the minimum whatever IS audit, no, you will be following whatever list of items need to be passed for an IS audit, the minimum that is required here also.
Mhm. So if I hear you correctly, I'm sorry, I'm taking some extra time on this.
Okay.
So if I interpret it correctly, so there may be 2-3 rounds of here and
A
there.
minimum five rounds they may do.
Okay. So for example, if it has not even started, as my dear friend was saying that, it is almost
Yeah,
they are
it is
waiting
a
because
little bit tedious job, but
yeah.
actually, every month you will get a reply back from them.
Mhm.
Then we need to, submit. And initially, you may have minimum, they will say that they are not satisfied with these 30 points. First
Mhm.
reply may be like that,
Mhm.
and then we have to resubmit that. Okay, this is what our contention, and so kindly, consider that, and then they will come back with the 15, and then
Okay.
they will bring down to 4 or 5, and then they will bring down to 1 or 2, and
Okay.
then at last they will ask for a presentation,
Mhm.
and they will come online also.
Okay. Okay.
Ram, just to give you more information, you just get in touch with I think Rekha is there from NSDL. Okay, so as they are
NSD.
the ASA, they guide us on each and every point.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Thanks.
sure.
Thanks. Thanks.
Sure.
That's very helpful. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
There are two questions in chat box, Vincent. One is
Okay.
about infrastructure requirements. Please elaborate on the infrastructure requirement and
Okay.
also the prerequisites to application.
Okay.
And second one is that how much is the one-time setup fee charged by AUA platform provider?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. The first question will be, started from here. The application form itself is having only the complication related to this one. The use case, you have to find out a use case and you have to, find out the numbers. This is the only complicated matter in the application form. Rest of the things are quite normal only, because this application form itself having laptop or handheld device, that all those things you can, tick whatever, wherever you are applicable. There is no more any other complication for this application form as a prerequisite. Okay. And uh, the next one will be, the fee. Related to fee, this is a 5 lakh will be the minimum applicable fee, and 25 lakhs will be the guarantee. That is a standard one. And signing with an ASA is compulsory. So ASA charges will be applicable per transaction. That is depends on the NSDL or CDSL. It depends on the volume of transaction you will be handling. It may be come around like 50 paise or 1 rupee, or it's all depends on the negotiation you will be doing with
Okay.
NSDL and all. Okay. And or even 2 rupees or 3 rupees, or even, and one more charge is there. The anyway UIDA will be also charging that. Normally ASI will be also mentioning that thing. That is also there will be a tariff. It is available on public itself. I will share that details on the later slide. Okay. And related to the hardware, actually, this hardware, the first one is the application. I have mentioned here, this is the application. Application is your own homegrown application, or you may be depending on a third party LOS or LMS, whatever it may be. So that application need to be integrated with the KUA platform provider will be there. That platform will be talking to the ASI platform and UADA directly. So each and every transaction need to be encrypted and decrypted. No, that mechanism need to be applied, and a signing and a decryption will be there. You can see the next step. There should be a firewall need to be there. Firewall. And also a WAF, web application firewall. No, that's actually the same. WAF can be a separate one, and firewall is the outer perimeter security. That, and then next one will be web application firewall to next one for balancer and all. For automatically load balancer need to be there, web application firewall need to be there, and the basic firewall need to be there. And then next one will be the eKYC application and database. So you need it can be hardware, that physical server, or even you can do a virtualized environment. Both can be applicable, no issue at all. You can go for redundancy mode and high availability with the load balancer. That is why load balancer we have discussed about. And automatically the signing and encryption need to be done by an HSM device. HSM is a high secure module that I hope you all people may be aware about. This is a Thales, and likewise, few companies having this HSM module. That is anyway compulsory, and it is required for this service. It's around, it is a little bit on a costly, but you can also go for subscription model also, monthly subscription also possible, or otherwise you can also directly buy it. I'm not recommending to buy it immediately, because it's actually this may take minimum 2 years or 1 year to complete this process. So automatically you can go for a subscription model, and later on if required you can purchase it also. That minimum 25 to 40 lakhs may be required for that. Depends on the size and transaction of your volume of transaction you will be handling with. So that will be the requirement. And for Aadhaar Vault also, it will be the storage and the machine is required. That will be also similar kind of environment with the RAM and the other thing. That is a basic requirements. All are basic requirements. Not that much big machines are required, but minimum required machines with the storages. That is quite normal. It is 3.8 TB kind of a thing will be fine for all entire things. The storage can be like that. And that is a minimum requirement. Likewise, no, it's actually you can see minimum no 4 machines required with minimum 3.8 TB storage, and then a firewall and a WAF and an HSM module with the bandwidth, internet bandwidth is required, and then the same replica need to be for DR, and a pre-production environment need to be provisioned with the minimum required number of 4 servers. These are the minimum required hardware, uh, the VMs, minimum VMs. Actually, the physical servers can be 2, but the VM need to be 4. That is a mechanism if you are going for a VM virtualized environment. Otherwise, physical servers can be provisioned for all these 4 numbers. And the pre-production can be a little bit, you can compromise, but actually the production can't be compromised. That need to be like that. And then the same replica need to be there in the DR. That is what required, and the replication need to be enabled, and it should be on a high availability mode. And that need to be talk to NSDL, and then NSDL will be directly connected to UADA, and the retrieval mechanism will be also encryption and decryption mechanism is already in place. So that will be controlled by the HSM device. And this is what the architecture related matter for hardware. I hope your question already answered. This is what the 4 numbers I have mentioned. Okay. I hope you may be getting a clarity on by seeing this screen. It is clear. Okay. Yeah. This is the next step I have already mentioned. It's actually this platform, the integration need to be there with the AUA KUA platform, and a transaction need to be done by using a pre-production license key. So actually initially we will be setting up the pre-production servers, and then we will our application will be approved by the UAD authority, and then we will get a pre-production license, and that license will be attached with this environment, and automatically we can do the transactions and validations. And after completing the pre-production validations, you have to take all the logs and need to be submitted to the UAD authority for validation. After validation, they will say that you can go ahead with creating the production environment. So you need to complete the production environment, and then you have to appoint a certain empaneled auditor for security assessment, and this report need to be submitted with all the artifacts to the authority, and all VAPT or whatever minimum requirements required, all these things need to be there. That code review need to be submitted, or whatever the AUA KUA platform will be using, that code review report need to be submitted. Likewise, whatever minimum requirement is there for an IS audit, that need to be submitted to the authority by a certain empaneled auditor. These are the minimum requirements to go ahead with the production setup. And the next step will be they will go through whatever document we will be submitting, because whatever OTP or biometrics or iris will be there, then they will be transaction validation need to be approved by. That we will be doing by a pre-production license. Okay. And then audit report we will be submitting. And then a physical verification of our data center will be doing by this authority. That will also do. And then upon successful completion of the above requirements to the satisfaction of the authority, the entity shall remit actually the MFI or NBFC, we need to submit the production license fee to the authority. They will send a confirmation letter to you, and then we have to submit the production fee. And I will share the production license fee. You can go through this one. This is a fee structure. And for authentication service, we will come under the other entities. So ₹3 per successful eKYC transaction. That is a bare minimum thing. And then yes or no authentication, for that purpose, it is 50 only. Okay. 0.50. And the license fees, the later one is about 20 lakh transactions annually. We have to pay 20 lakhs for a 2 year period. And it will be, we have to pay again after 2 years, because it is depends on the tariff may be renewed later also. This is the tariff for production license, and earlier somebody has asked a question related to this one. This is the minimum fee applicable for this production license. I hope it is clear.
Sir, again, Sham here from SAVE.
Okay.
So in the previous slide, you mentioned about that physical verification of the data centers.
Yeah.
So I believe this verification is after all those 4, 5, whatever, the audit pointers
Everything completed, then only they will come on.
then only this physical verification will
So
happen.
Sham,
Sometime they may not come also, but
Okay.
they will
but Sham,
Yeah, Milind.
yeah, well, actually, your certain empanel vendor definitely visits both the site, DR and DC.
Yeah.
This is on which he creates a report, and the basis on that report, if they have something in doubt, then they visit.
they will
Okay.
come.
In our case, they have just virtually they have checked that based on the report that we have submitted. Okay.
Correct. That is true.
So we are in mid of that, means our submission, that audit report has already been submitted,
Okay.
but we couldn't heard back, from
Mm-hmm.
anyone, means,
Yeah, so they will take their time. Yeah, they take their own time because, as I said, we have already 6 to 7 months back. We are
Okay.
very near to close, but then we got the response that it is on hold now.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Yeah, but no, it's actually you can also send a mail to them, and
Yeah.
then even you can directly call them also. It's actually they are always welcome, and also they will come online to discuss with you related to the concerns or whatever complaints you have already in place with the audit report. They will come and explain you also. This is what the correction required, and you can do it like that. So and so actions also they will help you on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. Good.
Typically, what will be the TAT like after submitting test results?
There is no TAT actually. That is a
Okay.
problem here, because it's actually they will come. We can expect it within 1 month. That is
In
it.
1 month.
For each and every query, no, we will be submitting a reply, and then we have to wait minimum for 1 month. That is what the experience I am having.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. But don't worry about. They will come back actually.
Thanks.
May take time. That's all. I hope it is clear. And as far as we are concerned, we have already adopted an ISMS framework, so it was a little more easy for us to complete all these processes. So we already have a risk department and CISO in place, and all IT related risks. This all be highlighted, and the maintenance of IT risk registers, and as per the ISMS standards, and board level committees, all those things need to be there, because it is very much easy to get all these validations in a speedy way. All these things in place, then it will be better. Okay. And data security and all those things, no, it's actually the periodic VAPT exercise we are doing, and information security audit is there. Source code review, that is also required, and threat exposure management for real-time discovery of vulnerabilities, that is also in place. So whatever corrective and preventive action you are taking, that need to keep a track for that same. And endpoint protections, whatever you are implemented, that also you have to highlight. And anyway, the data center, normally suppose we will be going for a private cloud, then automatically you will be getting a SOC 2 and D2 and ISO certified data center. This thing, so artifacts will get you will get a good mileage to complete the process in a speedy way. These are the minimum things we have already submitted, and then that's why we got it in a I hope it is a 2 years time is a fast track. I hope so because
Yeah.
time. Yeah. Okay. This is what the background about all these things, and I hope with this journey you are very clear about from application till the submission, various forms, various fees, and whatever parties involved in because three parties involved here. One is the entity, and the next one is whatever. Suppose you will be engaging with a partner for your LMS, then that partner will be there. Automatically, that partner may not having a capability to have a AUA, KUA software. So you need to depend on an ex party for that one. And then ASA should be there, and then the UADA authority. So automatically, total including the no applicant, five parties are there. Okay. And yeah, and the data, suppose you are going for a data center, then one more will come. Okay. Uh, I hope it is. And empanel vendor is there, that no auditor, then that is also there.
Sir, sorry, this is Shubham here from Nafins.
Okay.
So the authentication which we are doing, so the authentication is only yes or no, or whether we can fetch the demographic details
Uh,
of the customers also.
yeah, that you can get it. Yes or no, you will get. You have to charge for 0.5, but all whatever validation you want, everything you will get it. That authentication, the scope, no, you can see.
Okay. So is there any response or an API so where we can get the demographic details of the customers also?
Everything you will get it because no, we are directly talking with the UIDA only, no. Then
Understood.
the entire details you will get it on a single shot, and you can even
Okay.
keep it also. That is what the Aadhaar Vault. Okay.
Understood. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Right.
a 100% authentication, not like third party agency services. It is directly your company will be
Correct.
fixing the details and keeping in your own data center. That is what the model.
Right. 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 Got
So
it. Thank you.
there is no more any other third party involved actually. This is the
Understood.
entire thing is owned by you only.
Right. 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 Understood. Thank you.
Yeah. And it's actually risk and regulatory compliance impact. Normally, I hope everybody very much aware about whatever guidelines will be there. Nowadays, the UAD authority is coming up with a lot of restrictions to the third-party agencies who already having, like API integrated models and all, no. So many of the agencies are facing a lot of issues. So it is recommended to go directly to get approval from the UADA authority to retrieve the data. That is what recommended. So whatever penalties will be there, that also I hope it's actually the fines or reputational damage will be very much bigger here. And also it's actually RBI is very much clear on this. Whatever data or any offline document you will be keeping it aside, all these things will matters. I hope you all very much aware about that. Okay. And anyway, DPDP is coming up, so we have to be very much clear about all these things, and so be alert and then be vigilant on all whatever transaction you'll be doing by various mechanisms. Okay. And the future innovations, we can say like no, we can think about AI-driven things, machine learning models also. And this all risk-based authentication can be done through predictive analysis. This is all strategic roadmap we can think about. Okay, we may expect identity verification and also uh, redundancy. It's actually various every one customer will be going for a single bank. Automatically that can be shared with all the others. That will be also good, but I don't know. It's actually how all these things will can be done. It's kind of a roadmap, expectations. Okay, blockchains and all. I hope it's everybody was very clear on this. And any questions or any concerns, anything we can discuss. I hope Saibal, it's
Yeah.
we are on time.
Right. I mean, there is another question whether we can fetch demographic details of the
Yeah.
customer upon verification or not, or it is only yes or no?
Yeah, here no, it's actually or whatever data we require that can be captured using the mechanism. That is whatever storing by UADA that we are authorized to get it.
Okay, okay.
There is no more any restrictions there. It's only the fee will be the difference. There is a fee difference. No, you can see this one slide. This is a general statement from UAD authority. We need to pay 3 per successful eKYC transaction. Whatever eKYC based transaction you will be doing, we need to pay 3 rupees. But yes or no authentication only you require only 0.50 is the applicable charge. So from this itself, you can see the difference. For a eKYC transaction, you will be capturing the entire details. For yes or no authentication, whether it is valid or not, that will not be, no, there you will not get all the details. That is the difference.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Hope everybody, all of you could understand what Linson was trying to put forward. We do have Mr. Amit Jain. I mean, he has a meeting around 4. So it's Digambar is one of the first lot of institutions who got this approval. So Amit, if you can share your observation, your experience with this eKYC will be good to hear. And if anybody has any question to both of you and Linson once again, will be.
Yeah. Shall I stop my sharing?
You can stop. Then they can ask and you can.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Well, sir, I have
Amit?
a question. This is Manas from Nafins. Sir,
Manas, one thing that let us hear from Mr. Jain. Mr. Jain will be out of the meeting because he has he has a meeting in couple of minutes. So Amit, if you can.
Yeah, please. Thank you for giving me the time, sir. Basically, the one thing I think Mr. Paul has been left, which is that you need to be a name clearance from the government side while filling the form with the UADI. And a government notification, your name should be there because first you have to apply the RBI. Then RBI on the recommendation of the RBI, government will publish your name in Gazette. And then after Gazette notification, after that the UADI will be entitle you. So that is the first challenge, right? Second thing is that so we got the license. We signed the agreement on April 2023. And finally, we got the license in 2024. I mean, 1 year back, we got the license. The things are doing seamlessly. The burning question is that how much time? So as Mr. Paul said, there is no such timeline for the UADI personals. Things we need to understand, there are 32 policies you have to frame. You have in-house CISA officer, cyber security officer, and nothing they accept without any proof, which already been mentioned. There is a production license fee, which is in my case that was 5 lakh rupees, and a pre-production license fee that was 5 lakh rupees, and post-production this production fee. In my case, it was 15 lakh rupees, and you have to join some this private cloud because the cloud specification mentioned in UADI is not able for a smaller NBFC MFI to hold it. And in that case, you have to go some private clouds. There are DCP-DR options are available. We have two private clouds, one in Chennai and second one is Noida. And DCP-DR placed that in Bangalore. And we have to put HSN as well because the data should travel encrypted form. So all in all cost, because one is the implementation agency, number one, then the cost for ASA, and then the cost for UADI. So all in all cost, it depends on the volume itself, but 6 to 7 rupees is the final cost for any eKYC if you have do with your license. That is there. Anything specific if you want to know experiences and all. Right now, the UADI has been facing some challenges regarding to the devices because biometric authentication is the success rate is more than 99%. We are doing eKYC through biometric devices. There was a challenge initially because they have changed their certification 0 to 1. The devices wouldn't work because we have been ordered 1,000 devices for that, and they wouldn't work for at least 2-3 months. Now it has been resolved, and now we are doing 100% as the information I have been from the team itself. We are doing 100% eKYC, and seamlessly we are doing this. Most important thing is that whatever the system you are using, that source code audit should be there actually, and it should be clear. So that needs to be understood. So you have to check with the vendor itself. So any specific question people want to ask me?
Yeah, Manas, you wanted to ask something. Both of them are there. So if you can ask.
Sir, this question to Mr. Paul. So just to confirm, this registration process, it's a one-time registration process, no, sir, or it's a particular period of time?
Registration sense, it's actually which registration you are mentioning about?
You mentioned that you have to proceed for a registration, first-time registration. This is a one-time registration, or we have to.
That Amit Jain mentioned, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the, it's actually the RBI approved one related to that one, no? Where your name need to be published in the Gazette. That is what he's mentioned about. It actually depends on the. Amit, you can give some insight on that.
Yeah, see, basically, you cannot go directly to the UADI. First, you have to approach the RBI. RBI will take the data. On the recommendation of RBI, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs will publish your name into the Gazette, Government Gazette. And then once the name is published into the Government Gazette, whether you will apply for KUA license or sub-KUA license, you need a public Gazette notification. Your name should be published in that. After that, you are eligible to interact with the UADI. Before that, they will not entitle you.
Okay, thank you. Just second, you are talking about the reference number now, reference details. So then this reference details, what are the information will contain with this reference details?
The scope we mentioned, no? It's actually, this is the volume of transaction you will be handling, because no, you are suppose you will be having 1 lakh customers. Then who are the repeated customers, and then no, for them the repeated one is not required, no. So for this is all volume based transaction metrics. So automatically whatever transaction you are doing, no, each and every transaction is costly. So that is why you need to mention a scope there. That is minimum requirement to UIDA to process your transaction and process your application.
Thank you. And the last question, this verification process is OTP based or it's a biometric access is also
you can mention in the application itself. It's actually there is a provision to mention that whatever mechanism you are going ahead with, the validation should be done for all those, because no OTP based is possible. This one, no, that direct facial iris mechanism is possible. Thumb impression is possible. Likewise, whatever facility available, but that need to be made capable by your application. That will be validated.
So in that case, we can get OTP and biometric both, right?
Both can be done.
Let me explain you. I mean, in a very simple way. There is 2 licenses. One is called AUA license, and second one is KUA license. In AUA, you will put the Aadhaar number and get the verification whether the Aadhaar is valid or not. The fee will cost you 0.50 as mentioned by Mr. Paul, right, Mr. Paul? Second one is that if you want to get the information through biometrics, maybe iris, maybe thumb, in that case, you need eKYC license. In that case, you need not to be put any Aadhaar number into the system. You have to take only the thumb or the iris of the customer. And then on the basis of the demographic, all the things which has been related to the particular person, like name, photo, and address and all,
everything will fetch
into the system. So the use case is that the success rate for doing verification through Aadhaar is the thumb or is the biometrics. Otherwise, if you are MFI and if you go with only the authentication, whether this Aadhaar I mean, authenticate, it means original or not original, whatever you call. No? So in that case, you have to put only mobile OTP verification. So basically, in rural field, this facility
Mobile number
doing
keep
this,
changing.
yeah. So the success rate is less than 45%. So that is the challenge. But if we are doing any authentication through eKYC, that means, I mean, in our case, it's 100% right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Amitji,
Or yes, sir.
Amitji, this L1 machine is now like, addressing all the issues which were like, the loopholes in the L0 machine, that biometric.
Right. So anybody who wants to start with the devices, biometric devices, should go for the L1 devices.
Yeah,
This
now,
will be
so I think,
continue,
yeah.
L0 will be discontinued.
Yeah. So, but L1, so is L1 addressing all those failures which were there in the L0
So
thing?
this cannot be answered by me. This may be answered by the UADI who has been
Okay.
give the direction that instead of L0, maybe there are some loopholes. That's why they have with the more
Yeah, there were
encrypted.
issues related to the silicon and all those things, there.
But that certificate need to be submitted for verification and validation. Then only you will be getting the approval.
Absolutely.
Which device you are using, no? That RD service and the related biometric module you will be using, no? That SQC certificate, STQC certificate, no? That need to be submitted.
An important thing is that once you purchase the machines, you have to register all these devices with the UADI servers. If you are not if you are not registered any device with the UADI, in that case you are not able to initiate the eKYC. That's most important. If you purchase 1,000 machines and you will take it in later on, no, it doesn't matter. You will start small buying. You will authenticate the machines from UADI, and then you will increase the number of machines.
Yeah. For example, like Mandra device and all, no, they already certified. So UADA will be releasing the notifications. You can go through that, and then all devices will be listed there.
So we are using some from Mantra, and we are using some upgraded devices
Correct.
more from Mantra. So कौन सा दूसरा कौन?
Yes,
We are
man.
taking Mantra.
You want to take it?
क्या था? Which is very expensive, but the devices were good. Now the Mantra devices are also good right now.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks.
The devices are also available in the market, but you have to check with UADA notifications.
Yeah, that's need to be understand, gentlemen. If you want to take eKYC license, sub KUA, AUA, right? KUA, AUA, and sub KUA and sub AUA license, you need your name clearance from the RBI itself, and it should be published on the Gazette notification. Then after you are able to reach the UADI. Before that, they can't help you. And we got the license, and we are doing eKYC since from last 1 year. They have given a pre-production license for 3 months, but there are some challenges from the UADA side. We have almost 9 months to take the production license. So there are challenges from the UADA side. Maybe that's the reason they hold it.
But whatever the challenges are, it has made your this interventions very sanitized, very sanitized.
Basically, sir, there are challenges. Number one is that the people who has to visit your data servers, they will take time. So number one is the biggest challenge, because getting appointment, people putting them in, getting them into your data center for verification is biggest challenge. Number one. Number two is that there are the UADA itself in a upgradation process, and daily they come with some new documentation, there's some new queries and all, which is not earlier at the part of your journey, but simultaneously they said we have been changed now. There are some new more queries. That's a very that can be happen anytime. Number three is that once you apply, you start licensing, and then suddenly they come and they said, boss, L0 will not work. You have to buy L1. So these are the challenges. But what I suggest, if you are smaller NBFC MFI, let's say 1,000 crores, mota there's a expenses of 2 crore rupees. Be sure for that. That will be on part of this getting the license from UADA. Any more questions from anyone else?
Sir, I'm Shreya from Swarnodaya. So, how long it took for you to complete the entire process, sir, end to end?
So at least 2 years.
Minimum of 2 years. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, yes. See, there are 32 policies you have to frame. I mean, I don't know your institution, how big is it, but there are certain CTO is there.
Okay.
CTO is there, and this cyber security officer is there.
Mm-hmm.
So once they are there, now then in that case you will get easy. But being a promoter of the company, I am not from the IT side. It's very tough for us. But fortunately, we have a CISA certified officer in our company, so it makes simple for us. But they are doing very deep due diligence.
Okay, sir. Okay. So, even this 32 policies, it took a time for you to
Absolutely,
complete.
they queried and all, because see, all the policies they need from the board approved policies. So you have to take. I mean, first you have to go to the IT steering and then IT committee, and then it has to be approved from the board itself. So in your house, it will take time to submit the policies and all. And then after the policy will be maybe or may not be approved by the UADI. Maybe this requires some change, then come again to the IT committee, IT steering committee, and all. So this is the time taken process.
Okay, sir. So, also one thing, Sim, if we have third party software, so will they, as you said, like, will they go and check the data center verification there in the third party?
Sorry, I didn't get your point.
For data center verification, can you explain like how the data center verification will happen?
So see the people. I mean, definitely you have hired some agency for implementing this eKYC solution. So they will take the people from UADL. They never directly call to you. They will directly deal with your implementation agency. In our case, Synthegen was the implementation agency. So you will get the appointment, and then you took them to the data center, and then they do the due diligence. Maybe some, because they appoint someone, third parties, certified auditors, they will go to the data center. UADIP personal, they never go to the data center.
Okay, so with the respect, I mean, with from the agency, they'll go to the data center specification point of.
Yes. Because they need specific data center. There are some specification is there, so they have to check it. And by going physical, they come to know, because through documentation it is not possible.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
sir. Thank you.
Yeah, here it's actually
Sir.
UAE recently came into association with the Big Fours, and so they may visit, like
Okay.
EY or Deloitte or no,
Okay,
they're
the big four. Okay, I got it. Okay.
correct.
So in that case, they have some observation. Then you go to the data center and correct the observation. Then they will visit again. So this is because of that the process is very lengthy.
Okay, got it.
Although I'm not encouraging anybody else, it's good once you got it, no, then it is good.
Okay.
So
Sir, again,
we are the first. We are the first who have been taking this license. If we can take the license, why other people are not? So it's easiest,
great.
because we are the
Congratulations, sir.
first case.
Congratulations, sir. Sir, again, Manas from Napfins. So, yeah, for data verification, bulk record upload is possible. We can proceed for the bulk record upload now. First and
Bulk
second,
Which
yes,
one?
bulk record upload is possible now.
No. See, if you are taking this which in that case you want to do some eKYC?
eKYC.
So no, bulk cannot be possible because you have to take the biometrics of one by one. Na? In that case, why you require bulk? In that case, if you want only authentication, maybe there is bulk. Maybe there is bulk.
Okay. In case of authentication, bulk record is
maybe
bulk record
because we are not using bulk. We are not using bulk. Apart from this hassle and puzzle, because if you can take the sub KOA license, which may be sub-agent of Digambar, maybe sub-agent of Muthoot Microfinance. That can be possible. But in this case also, the fees is minimum. The problem or the certification is less. You need not to do any certification and on behalf of you, the KUA, the main KUA will be do all the things. But you will get the same facilities, getting the sub-KUA license. But in all case, you need to be name clearance from the government itself.
And second question, we'll get the real-time information, no? At the same
you will
time.
get the real-time information. I'll explain how many devices, which devices is yours doing more and more transactions, which device is getting major rejections, at what time your device has been doing this eKYC, all has been monitored through dashboard.
Okay, then multiple devices can be used at the same time.
Anytime. Multiple. We are using 1,000 devices anytime. In a single.
Thank you so much.
So would love to answer your questions. If you need any help, just take my credentials to Sa-Dhan. I am happy to help
you. Yeah, sure. We both are ready to support.
Hey, Paul sir, you are there now. I mean, you are the first.
Yeah. I will also. No problem. Yeah. It's okay.
So thank you, Sa-Dhan, and allow me to leave.
Yeah, Amit, thank you for being there and orient us and giving us deeper insight because you were using it for a couple last 1 year. It's good to hear from you. And anybody having any question, we are here to communicate to Linson or Amit, both of them, they're very known face in the sector. You can always directly approach them, or if you want to go through us, please do write to us. We will communicate to them and build up the bridge between you and them and take it forward. At the end of the day, possibly what we want is to identify the right customers, to serve them properly and make this microfinance happen properly without getting any undue attention of government or anyone. We are doing so much of good work, but sometimes because of external factor, we get glitched by government or someone else, a third party. But this is a wonderful thing, and we are very happy that after this long advocacy with government, with Reserve Bank of India, with UDAI, we could pull up this one, and we're looking forward for more support from their end. Mr. Mamin is here. Mr. Mamin, hello, is Mr. Mamin there? He was there for some time, I know. If Mr. Mamin, you are here, if you want to extend some concluding remarks, will be good. No, I think he is engaged with other meeting. So anyway, thank you very much. Thank you, Linson. Thank you, Amit, for your very good insights. And thank you, other participants. So let us work together. Let us make this microfinance sector more than ever vibrant with identification of right customer and serve them well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sangeeta.
Thank you.
Thank you.